I believe the call logs in that that attached to the protective order state that she had called for a report for a restraining order. So at that, and she also advised that she did not want EMS at responding to the scene when she called that report in. You're referring to the June 22 case date? Yes. So my understanding is that she called to have a report for a restraining order. That was what the call was.
So he wasn't charged?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all, at no point there was a way for you guys to check him through ICE?
I'm sorry.
There was no way to check his immigration status?
Typically that happens when somebody's in custody. When she called, he was no longer at the residence, so he wasn't in custody. We had additional. When the protective order was filed, we also had a constable looking for him at that address. The constable made several attempts over the course of weeks to make contact with him and was not able to make contact with Mr. Oropeza.
Is there any indication what his plans were from that home?
I can't speculate to what he was thinking at this point, just not to get caught. That's about it.
Was his son at the home when he was arrested?
Not that I'm aware of, no ma'am.
And regarding the Montgomery sighting on Monday by the landfill, Chief Keene just said that they confirmed that was actually him. Montgomery Sheriff's Office is not aware of that. Can you kind of explain, how do we know that was actually him?
250 officers rolling full speed. There's going to be some cross wires on who may or may not be there. That'll be part of our timeline that we investigate to see if that was actually him at that point. But I can't confirm it at this point. No, ma'am.
Sir, I didn't get your name. I rolled up a little.
That's right. Todd, T-O-D-D.
Yeah.
Dylan,
Todd.
D-I-L-L-O-N.
Double check.
No problem.
And when will Nava go before a judge?
Like I said, magistrations typically take place within 24 to 36 hours. That's our policy. So somewhere in that time frame.
So she's being taken to this jail and then she'll be magistrated here?
I'm not for sure about that. Last I saw that she was actually booked into the Montgomery County Jail.
I'm saying, is she going to be transferred here since it's y'all's case?
I don't know for sure yet. The issue in that case would be the target site where Mr. Oropeza was captured is actually in Montgomery County. So, depending on the way you looked at it, depending on the facts that we developed from the investigation, she may have hindered in the venue of Montgomery County. She may have hindered in the venue of San Jacinto County. If there were if there's sufficient evidence to prove both, then we could look at both charges. But it's a little early to say that right now. At this point, we know that she was in Montgomery County at the point where she committed the offense, that portion of the offense of hindering. So that's where she's booked.
What time was Domingo arrested? Before or after?
It was after.
Yeah. If convicted, how much time is she looking at?
So hindering apprehension is a third-degree felony in the state of Texas. So that's a minimum of 2 and a maximum of 10 years TDC.
Because of what happened and because he killed as many people as he did, is there any chance that goes higher?
At this point, the only way for that to go higher would be if she was named as a party to the offense, and there's no evidence that she gave him material aid or encouragement in committing the offense. So no, it's unlikely. It's likely to stay at a third-degree felony.
And when was when she was at the home when this happened?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
So many of us were at the scene yesterday, and there was a truck entering and leaving the residence. Was that the wife taking care of the pets and the livestock?
You're going to have to be more specific about what residents are.
The Oropeza
Suspect.
Okay.
house.
I don't know that for a fact. It may have been. We have the capability to confirm that. At this point, I haven't been able to speak with the investigators to see whether that was the case.
When would it happen if his charges are upgraded? How quickly?
As far as a complaint could be filed at any time.
No, so now he's charged with murder. When could he be charged with capital
Right.
murder?
What I was saying is a complaint that actually charges somebody with a new offense that could be filed at any time by our office. By the sheriff's office on a sworn affidavit by a peace officer.
Pardon my ignorance, does capital murder have to be run through a grand jury?
All felonies in the state of Texas have to be run through a grand jury. Yes, sir.
We saw her truck driving out of the house that it appeared to have towels and other sorts of debris just covering the back window so you couldn't see inside.
Mm-hmm.
Any indication that he may have been just lying down in the back seat, driving him, with the windows locked out.
Right. At this point, I don't know. Like I said, I would like to give you guys transparent, accurate information, and I just don't know. I don't know the timeline yet. That'll be certainly of interest of us as we look at charges on Ms. Nava. But as you can imagine, our main priority is making sure that Mr. Oropeza faces justice. So that's our priority. As far as Ms. Nava and Mr. Castilla, and I apologize, guys, if I'm getting that name incorrect. It's been a long couple of days, and I don't remember every name that I encountered in this investigation.
Did he have any plans to go to Mexico? Do you know?
I don't know yet. No, sir. I can't confirm or deny that.
So the FBI did go to the suspect's home on Monday. We saw them there. We believe it was her who was there with that black truck. Did they interview her?
There was several interviews of Miss Nava. Several. So it may have been Monday. It probably was. There was probably contact via cell phone throughout. So there were several contacts with Miss Nava. So it wouldn't surprise me that she was interviewed on Monday.
But do you think she was trying to play both sides of the fence, help her husband and help you guys? And
I mean, mind dos centavos, my opinion, yes. But I can't say for sure.
I like that.
What is your message to the victims' families? And maybe some of them are saying, why isn't it capital murder yet?
Well, they're at the time, like I said, the only benefit to filing capital murder would have been a no bond. We were very sure that we were good with a $5 million bond, securing his presence once he was captured. My message to the victim's family is just this: that the wicked flee when no man pursues, but the righteous will be as bold as lions. And the righteous showed up this week. This is an unspeakable murder, unspeakable tragedy. But Mr. Oropeza will be held accountable. And I want to be able to look that family in the eyes and say that justice was done at the end of this.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Right? He was ready for the call. He was ready for the closure.
God, it felt like a movie scene there at the end. Like a Tom Hanks